The NFL is preparing to announce a multi-year deal to move the Sunday ticket programming from DirecTV to YouTube. And you're going to have to pay for it. Of course, the subscription-only package that allows you and I, if we choose to watch pretty much all the out-of-market NFL games on a Sunday, on a random Sunday. The NFL has been in hush-hush negotiations for many, many months. Very concerned about this. I know you are. The rights to the TV package. Now, the Wall Street Journal, the Bible of business, reporting that Google, who happens to own YouTube television, will fork over in the neighborhood of $2.5 billion with a capital B per season, per year, for the rights to broadcast on YouTube TV, the NFL Sunday ticket. Now, that is an increase, an estimated of at least $1 billion per season. Zoom! The Sunday ticket package has been the only media rights deal that the NFL had that was available up until 2030. Everything else has been renewed, and they've all got a lot of money, and they've carved gold here, there, and everywhere. So let us discuss the question. Does this latest transaction help the NFL more or YouTube more? So the arrow on this one is clearly pointing at the Shield. As this goes the direction of the NFL, I've got Goose, Popeye, and Gecko. And we will tie all of these things together, and we are going to make a pile of money, which is what the NFL just made, another pile of money when this thing gets officially announced. So, listen, the NFL ends up flexing. They're going down the catwalk doing a pirouette, no matter how much they try to screw things up with the Fugazi rules, and a few years ago it was shoving politics down your throat and telling you who to vote for and all that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The NFL continues to laugh all the way to the bank, yet again, with a dreadful economic climate. Inflation up the wazoo. The NFL goes, la, 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 laughing all the way to the bank. And they end up getting saved yet again by the Golden Goose. The Goose wins out playing poker with a marked deck in a home stadium, the Hippodrome, where they never lose the NFL. You tack on an extra $1 billion a year moving forward in the bank accounts of the NFL. And so the idea you're going to burst that bubble, well, at some point the bubble will be burst, but it's not at that point now, and we're not close to that. Now, page 2. Will the Sunday ticket deal end up, in the end, being profitable for YouTube/Google? So that would be a surprise. I'm shaking my head no on this one. And, based on how we read the room here, they were bidding against Apple, Amazon, and ESPN was involved. And so you had some big-time players that were throwing around tons of dough, and several of those other big media companies said, we're out. We're not going to even bother here. But in the end, Google, which has more money than anybody, they know what to do with they're piling up the money, and they ended up going for it. And as a friend of mine who works in the world of television explained it to me, said the NFL for Google, for YouTube TV, it's credibility, it's a loyal fan base of paying customers, it's mainstream. And also, let's not dismiss the fact that they had money to burn here. They went full Popeye the Sailor, man. That meme where the sailors are shoveling the piles of money into the incinerator. We've seen. I think we've all seen that. Well, if you haven't, look it up. But that's essentially what YouTube TV is doing, except the incinerator is the NFL. They're the ones that are getting all the money and burning it. But in the business sector, it's called a loss leader. And the NFL is being used as bait. And they're trying to catch you, right? They're trying to attract you as the customer. This is a big ticket item, and they want to build the foundation up as they have a fledgling streaming platform that they're attempting to take to the next level. All right, last word here. So what is the lesson from these sports leagues like the NFL forming brand partnerships with these streaming services? So the consumer who is addicted to NFL programming, you're the one that's getting, in some ways, pickpocketed. You don't have to pay for this. They're going to charge for it. But if it's the other thing. If you have an itch and the only way to scratch it is with your credit card and buying this product, we have seen the evolution of television from rabbit ears to cable to satellite, and then people realizing, well, it's too expensive. Can't afford that. And the cord cutting. That was all the rage. So streaming saved the day, right? Saved the day. A few years ago, everyone was trying to save a couple bucks, went to the streaming model, cost-effective way to get your entertainment. Netflix and others started popping up, cheap alternative. And that, of course, has changed over the last year and a half or so. And a lot of it is being driven because of the sports leagues. It's like, how do we get from point A to point B? Well, we got there in large part because the TV audience, the traditional cable audience, is drawing to a close there. It's not where the people are. So as Gordon Gekko said in that classic film Wall Street, greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works. And the sports leagues are like, hey, we got to get our money, and we can't just stay where we are. We have to evolve, or else we're going to be left behind. And so Amazon has a deal with the NFL. Apple is in bed with Major League Baseball, and if you're a soccer fan, you like the MLS, they're in bed with that. And it's kind of like the theory of the balloon. Like the balloon fills up, and you put the helium in the balloon, and you keep filling it up, and eventually it doesn't go up, up, and away. It pops. And right now, YouTube TV, I don't know anyone that has that. I don't have it. I'm sure there are some people I know that have it. I just, off the top of my head, I was like, well, I couldn't figure out anyone I could text that has it. So it's $65 a month. Maybe you have it. So that works out to about $800 per year for the YouTube TV. And according to the Wall Street Journal, they have more than 5 million or so subscribers, and that includes trial accounts, people that will never actually end up paying for the product. Now, keep in mind that price point, $65, forget about that. That's going to go up, 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 and away, just like when Amazon got the NFL deal and they raised the price of Amazon Prime. They just passed the cost on to the consumer, and that's exactly what Google will do. They're like, okay, more people are going to subscribe, so let's raise it an extra $5 a month or $10 a month eventually. Maybe do 5 this year and then 5 2 years from now, and we'll end up getting the money back. It'll be passed down to the person that buys the product, and we will see how much consumer willingness there is to pay extra. Are you that hard up if you're a Steeler fan living in California or a Raider fan in Florida to watch every one of those games on the Sunday ticket? We will find out. And sure enough, as was predicted, pretty much everything humans start out doing is effed up. It always starts good, right? And then given enough time, they screw it up. It's kind of like all the bullcrap laws we have in this country. Like when America was founded, it was to get away from taxation and all that, and the system in Europe and in Britain. And so then now, a couple hundred years later, it's like, ta-da! You get all the same crap. It just took a little longer. But it's like streaming, great idea, very valuable, right? Cheaper. And then eventually now, only a few years, and it's insane how much everything has costed. But the NFL's getting their money. They're the big winner. They are the winner in the end, the NFL.